Hey, this is Travis Somerville. I'm showing you a little app that I've worked on for quite some time now. It's specifically, it's a cute little kitty app, and it helps you make mulligan decisions, and it helps you smooth your mana out when you're building a deck. Let me show you the helps you make a mulligan decision function. So I'm playing my 4-color control deck here in this example against a bot. And when I get my hand of cards in front of me on the screen, and these buttons have to be ready to be pushed too, not just the hands, but also these buttons, then I know I'm ready to click the manakitty. I've already looked at these cards and kind of made my own decision. I would keep. So when I double click manakitty, it knows that I'm on the play. See, it says you go first, and it's reassuring you in this little window here. You're on the play. It's a big advantage to go ahead and keep this hand, is what it's saying. It's saying you're going to play 34% more mana over your first 6 turns of the game if you were to keep this hand. So that's just how we measure it. We goldfish out, and we play these lands out in your opening hand 1,000 times with this hand and draw from the deck, and then we go compare that to not having this hand, and ultimately having this hand is better than mulliganing down to 6. But okay, so we would just keep this hand in play, but let's just make it difficult for difficult's sake. Let's say we did mulligan, and now we're faced with this hand in our 4-color control deck. Would you keep it? I'd probably keep it. I don't think I want to go down to 5. We got a couple things to play. Yeah, we have at least. So I'm going to double click manakitty now, and it takes it a lot longer when you've mulliganed on the screen one time, because what it's doing now is it's considering dropping out each one of these cards, just like the London mulligan rule does. And it's deciding, is this hand still so crummy that you need to mulligan down to 5, or if you're going to keep it, you then have to make the decision, which card do you get rid of? And so it's helping you, it's going to help give you a suggestion of what it would get rid of, simply based on pure math. Okay, interesting. Night of Autumn. So I have very little green in my deck, and I think I might agree with that, because ultimately I could go get blue-black, and I can play most of the cards out in this deck. I know you didn't see the deck list, but green is kind of an anomaly in the deck. It is the least used color, even though it's a 3-drop, and normally I'd probably get rid of Ashiok, being I'm not going to get to it very soon. But it's true. Night of Autumn probably is a little bit harder to cast in my deck, and I'm not going to go get green. I'm not going to go get green-white. My main colors are blue-black. So I like that decision. And you could mulligan again, and you could click manakitty again, and it's going to try to give you advice. So that's that. The other thing this little app does is it knows when you're brewing, when you're trying to build your mana base on your standard or constructed deck. So if I were to go to my decks, and I had brought up a deck list and made at least one change and hit save, that makes manakitty know that that's the latest deck you're working on. And so if you click it, it's context aware. So it knows that you've got these 61 cards, and if you say boom, the mana, it will spend 1 minute, and it will go through all these lands that you have in your deck and decide, could you use more basics? Could you it's not going to add more fabled passages, for instance. So if you want to have it solve for like how many fabled passages should I do, you would put 4 fabled passages in it and just see what it comes up with. Here, let's try that. I don't think we need 4 fabled passages in my blue-red deck, but let's try it. So we've got 63 cards, that's too many, that's too much mana. And we got 4 Fabled Passages. Let's put 4 Steam Vents. Alright, 64 cards, right? And so I made this change and I saved it. I hit done. And here, let's just try it. I believe it's not. This isn't the 4-color control deck. This blue-red deck probably doesn't need that many Fabled Passages because it's a very low to the ground deck. So you don't want to be stuck with a Fabled Passage in your first few turns when you're trying to get on the board, but you also don't want to be mana hosed. And you know, it does have double red a little bit and double blue a little bit. So let's just wait to see what Manakitty brings back. And by the way, you could pull your deck back up while it's thinking. Once you've hit done and saved it. Here we go. All right, so you just kind of have to do a manual compare, but it thought about it. So kept the castle. That's cool. Kept the steam vents. Kept the temple. 7 islands. All right, it wants me to go up an island. Wants me to go down a mountain. And it got rid of the Fabled Passages. It didn't really like them. It'd rather, you know, I can agree with that. You know, it's just rather me have my lands coming untapped in general. And there you go. So that's how I use Manakitty in my everyday arena playing, and I would like to bring this to the world. So if you need, email me directly at travis.somerville@gmail.com. That's travis.somerville@gmail.com. I'm happy to set you up with this program, talk to you about it, work on some cards, program them in, you know, help tune some decks. That's what I enjoy doing. So let me know. Thanks.